That was his machine gun. That's an actual of the replica.
Scale.
Yeah. I missed it, but I'll get him again. How you doing, folks? This is Rex at the Buckeyenest again, and I've been telling you all day I'm hanging out here at the Dayton VA at the Patriot Freedom Festival. Found a really unique group of people here. They're called Over the Front. And look at this airplane here. But I'm going to give them a minute or two here to tell you what they do here. And this gentleman right here, his name is Jim, and I understand he's a past national president. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Tell us something about the organization.
Okay, we're the League of World War I Aviation Historians. We publish Over the Front. It's a quarterly journal devoted to the history of World War I aviation. And we've been in business since 1985. We're about to publish our 32nd volume Over the Front. And we come out here every year and to showcase the work of some of our members, like Carl Schoenberg's beautiful Newport here. And if you hang around long enough, you'll see one of our members circling over the event here in a Newport 23 in just a few minutes.
Okay.
And, we meet quarterly locally here in Ohio with the Military Heritage Chapter of Over the Front. Bob Kasperzak here is our chapter president. I'll let him tell us a little bit more about the chapter.
All right, we come out here. We've been coming out to Freedom Festival probably for the last 4 or 5 years, and just to showcase some of the elements of World War I aviation history. The guys over here, I mean, they are really, no kidding, serious aviation historians, and we benefit from their experience and knowledge through the journal, through chapter meetings, which we conduct quarterly, and through participation in events similar to this.
Let me ask you a quick question. You got to forgive me. Sometimes my memory walks away, so if I don't ask now, I may forget. Do you take memberships? Do you have members?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no fee for the membership. If you go to overthefront.com, there will be a link to our chapter site. We also have a Facebook site, Military Heritage Chapter, and you can get on that link and you have information about current events, chapter meetings, and so forth. In addition to model building and expertise, we do research and artifacts and documentation to preserve the history of early military aviation. A great example of that is Carl's Newport. Spent 8 months working on it. It's an absolutely marvelous model that he put together, and I'll turn it over to Carl for some insight.
Thanks, Bob. Hi, I'm Carl Schoenberg, and I'm a member of Over the Front. And I love World War I aviation because I grew up in the 1930s, and our war was World War I. And all our heroes were the Rickenbackers and the Frank Lukes and all those wonderful guys. Lafayette Escadrille, who had the courage to, for the first time, fight man against man in the sky.
Wow.
And this model that you see here is a model of the Newport 11. It's done up in the colors of the Lafayette Escadrille, which was basically a group of, in 1915, before America got in the war, a group of college kids who wanted to fight for France. And to keep their U.S. citizenship, they joined the Foreign Legion, and France put them into a squadron, which they named the Lafayette Escadrille. The plane itself is historical because in 1915, the planes were not able to fight against each other because you were shooting revolvers and rifles at each other and not hitting anything.
You didn't have any? Is this a 50 caliber?
And the Germans, no.
Okay.
That's 30 caliber. The Germans came up with an interrupter gear, and all of a sudden they could fire through the propeller without hitting it.
While it's moving?
While it's moving.
Okay.
So they owned the skies for a short time. British and the French did not have an interrupter gear, so they had to come up with other ideas at that time. So the French came up with mounting this lightweight Lewis machine gun on top of the wing. And they put it on a plane called the Newport 11, which was a very, for the time, fast, very maneuverable, could climb well, and it outshone the German plane because the German plane was a little out of date and still was using wing warping.
Okay.
But it had a drawback. This drum initially of ammunition held 47 bullets.
That's all.
The gun fired 600 rounds per minute.
Gone. Blink of an eye.
5 seconds worth of firing at the enemy until you had to change it.
Yeah.
And to change it, the gun was held in a clamp up here in front.
Uh-huh.
And there was a hinge back here. So he pulled a cable, loosened the clamp, the gun cable sitting right up in front of the pilot, grabbed this drum, pulled another drum up, slipped it on, slammed that gun back up, and was ready to fight again.
Wow.
All the while, he was flying the airplane with the control stick in his knees.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And somebody was shooting at him, maybe.
Yeah.
So he had to be pretty brave to fly and fight in this airplane. Okay? The model is a museum scale model. So it's not just the outline of the plane, but also it has every single rib and every single sub-rib.
I see that.
And it's operated in exactly the same manner as the initial plane. It has pull cables, and it has a unique, which was the Newport 11's way of doing it, a unique way of operating the ailerons.
Now this is remote control.
This is a remote
This'll
control
fly.
model. Yes, it will.
Is this the one you're going to fly here in a few minutes?
No, that's going to be a real plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From your organization doing
Yes,
a flyover.
right, exactly.
Wow, then I got to keep an eye out for that.
Yes, well, I'm
Seen
sure
it
our guys will tell
earlier
you.
today, I think. They shot a couple rounds off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it
Yes,
earlier.
yeah, you heard it earlier,
yeah.
right. If you notice the aileron push rods here,
Yeah.
and they run this piece of wood right here that is hooked onto a torque tube that goes onto the aileron. And you can see how,
Oh, wow.
see them move. Yeah. Very unique to this kind of airplane. And you
It allows a lot greater maneuverability.
see, yes,
Okay.
the ailerons were much better than
Now you said something about the wings were warping or something?
that's what the Germans had on their plane, and not nearly as effective as these big ailerons on
Can I
this
give
plane.
you some insight? Because I'm a high-tech type guy. I was reading our current aircraft, wings, tails, and everything, morph. They change styles and everything while they're in flight based on the environment they're flying.
Yeah, wow,
Yeah, imagine
incredible.
that. So this warping thing you're saying here is kind of similar to the morphing technique. But,
It was then. Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Carl. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
That's not the right